I'm heading on an adventure to the Brecon Beacons in Wales, an area of outstanding natural beauty filled with waterfalls, mountains and breathtaking views.
Hi guys, so I'm back in one of my favourite places to be and places to paint, and that is the Brecon Beacons in South Wales. So Croeso I Gymru, and weather's pretty good today, so I got here a little bit too late to paint. I'm probably going to save all that stuff for tomorrow. I'm going to get up early, you know, paint some waterfalls, some mountains. The scenery around here is just spectacular. So I've set up my tent and now I'm just going to go get some more food. I'm here with my girlfriend, my brother and his fiance, so we're going to have some good time. We've got a fire pit. Good morning, bore da. I've just camped overnight and the campsite's just here behind me. See all those tents back there? And I'm just surrounded by this incredibly beautiful scenery on every side. Everywhere I look, there'd actually be a really nice painting. And today, the plan is actually to go out and paint some waterfalls. The last time I was here, I painted one called Skura Eira, which is sort of 3 waterfalls together, and that was just stunning. I'm probably going to try and visit some different ones today, but there's a lot on this sort of walk which are quite close in proximity. And just looking around, I mean, there's a painting in every single angle that I look at. The GoPro camera that I'm filming on, the wide lens isn't going to do the scenery justice because things in the distance look even further away, so they look a bit smaller. But hopefully my paintings will do the landscapes justice. So the weather's nice, the sun's out, and honestly, when you get good weather in Wales, I mean, there's nowhere I'd rather be, to be honest. Just the scenery is just stunning. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel and let's start this adventure.
So my brother brought this handy gas stove with him, and nothing beats a hot cup of tea when you wake up to views like this. A simple breakfast and a slow start, and then somehow me and my brother decided to have a wrestling match. No real reason, but I guess some things never change. Brothers, right? So after a sneaky judo trip, and Ouchi Gary won me the match, it's now time to get out and explore these beautiful surroundings. So the GPS was telling us we were quite close to Pen y Fan, so we decided to park the car and start climbing. We saw this small path and a stile leading up quite a steep peak, and we thought we'd give it a climb so we could get a better view and actually see where we were. We weren't sure whether this might actually be a route up Pen y Fan, so we figured out it'd just be a quick hike and we'd get a good view of the surroundings. But the incline was actually deceptively steep and there didn't seem to be a clear path leading the way up. So my girlfriend and my brother's fiance decided to sit down and take a rest whilst me and my brother soldiered on.
So, getting to the top of one of the peaks right now. See some sheep there. Yeah, here we are. That peak over there is Pen y Fan, or Pen y Fan as people in England might call it. I haven't brought my paint bag with me because, let's face it, it's already pretty hard climbing up this without a big old rucksack. Wind's probably too strong for me to do a painting up here as well. Just when I thought I'd climbed to the highest peak, the highest point I could see in front of me, another peak just showed up over the horizon, that one behind. So it's kind of like a mountain on top of a mountain, pretty big to be honest. That behind me over there in the distance, I think that is Pen y Fan, the summit. But this one I think may be harder because there isn't a proper trail, or if there is, I haven't been following it because I've just been scrambling up the side of the hill with my brother, Will the Hill Thomas, and he's actually carrying the waters. He's got a harder job. He's been actually crawling most of it because if you stand up straight and the wind gets you, you lose your balance, it's going to look like cheese rolling on Cooper's Hill in Gloucester. If you've seen that, you know what I'm talking about. The only exception is that this mountain has a lot of rocks, quite jagged rocks, so you wouldn't just be tumbling on soft grass. So quite an intense climb. And actually the British military, they do a lot of their training here in the Brecon Beacons in South Wales. We've already had a wrestling match today. Now we're climbing a mountain, so it's been quite an active day, quite a lot of calories burnt, I'm sure. Like I say, I will get a painting in today, but for this terrain I've decided just to bring myself with my camera. But hopefully it's interesting for you seeing the Welsh landscape. If you've been here and you know of any particular good spots to visit, just let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear. Also, if I'm pronouncing any of the names wrong as well, let me know. I'm trying to practice a bit of Welsh. My granddad could speak Welsh, and I've been trying to, I guess, reconnect a little bit with that sort of ancestry on that side of my family by learning a bit of Welsh, trying to understand the alphabet, the different letters, how things are actually pronounced. So I know that it's not Pen y Fan as people say, because one F is pronounced more as of a V sound, two F's more of an F sound, and we're getting closer to that hill. We aren't really following a path particularly, we're just trying to climb straight up it. So every point I've got to, there's been another steep bit, but that looks like that has to be the steepest bit. I mean, I can't imagine seeing another peak after that. So I'm just going to go and start climbing up this mountain. We just got given some advice from actually a soldier we saw who was training out here. He said basically, lads, do you want to know the best way up to the top? And he told us a few things to avoid. He said, don't go up those jaggedy rock bits there, too dangerous. So we're basically going to walk straight, then we're going to turn left. He said, look for the grenade holes. That's where you want to aim for. And then we're going to turn left from there and then climb up the jaggedy path. So the funny thing about these mountains is the closer you get, the bigger they look. You see them from a bit of a distance and you think, wow, I could get up that pretty quick. And then it's just deceptively big. I mean, to be honest, I should be able to tell by the sizes of the sheep that you don't get sheep that small. They're obviously quite far away. But let's try and clamber up this point. Shout out to the military man who gave us some advice. His rucksack's even bigger than the one my brother is carrying. So I'll take his word for it. Hopefully our girlfriends won't be annoyed that we've been away for a while when we said we'd just go over the first peak. But, you know, hopefully for the view it's going to be worth it. I mean, the view already is starting to get pretty spectacular. We can see a reservoir. The landscape's opening up on all sides now. And this sort of gravelly path up ahead, that is the last stretch, the final hurdle. Oh yeah, this bit's clippy.
Yeah.
So it turns out the mountain I'm climbing today is called Van Vawr, which means Great Peak in Welsh, and it stands 734 metres, so not quite as high as Pen y Fan, which stands at 886 metres, but it's definitely a steep one, so do remember your walking boots and a bottle of water if you're going to attempt this.
I think it's safe to say we've made it to the highest peak. Nothing higher in front of this one, and just a fantastic panoramic view. Much further than either of us had expected, but we kind of got so far we thought, you know what, let's just push up and climb. Yeah, well done, man. I can see a stack of stones, which I think is a pretty good indication that we've made it. My brother's just a little bit further behind, taking some photos, and here it is.
Thanks for joining me on this climb to the summit, but the adventure doesn't stop here. In part 2, we'll head to the waterfalls, where I'll set up my easel to capture something a little more peaceful. I'll see you there.